Hello everyone, welcome. Here's a tutorial on how to create a bootable USB flash drive in two different ways in the older mode, which is called Legacy or Master Boot Record or BIOS, and in the newer mode, which is called UFI, GPT, and so on. Okay, so first of all, I use this program, which is called Rufus. Let's start it and insert a USB flash drive into the computer. Okay, so here's the flash drive. Now from here, select Disk or ISO image, and select the ISO image of, let's say, Windows 10. Here's the ISO image you can download from the Microsoft website. It's a small little program, and that program will generate an ISO file of Windows 10. Okay, select that one. Standard Windows installation, and here's the most important one, the partition scheme. MBR or GPT. If you create a USB flare drive in the MBR mode, which is also referred to as BIOS or Legacy mode, then the hard drive onto which Windows will install only, that one will be Master Boot, and Windows will be in that Master Boot Record mode. Also, if you create the USB flash drive in the GPT mode and install Windows from that flash drive, then the entire Windows will have certain limitations. It'll use the GPT mode, GPT partition scheme for the C drive. But you also have to set up a BIOS to boot from GPT partitions. And in that case, you don't use BIOS, but you use UFI mode. So that has to be set up in BIOS. If you use MBR, then you have to use in BIOS the Legacy mode. Okay, so let's see. This current Windows is installed. In which mode to check it? Just right-click the Start button, go to Run and type in MS-Info32. MS-Info32. And here on the first page at BIOS mode, it says it's in Legacy mode. Legacy mode has less limitations than UFI mode. UFI mode, for example, will not allow this program, which is called EasyBCD. It'll not allow this one to boot from ISO files, for example. Okay, so currently you're had to add new entry ISO. This one is not grayed out. You can browse on your computer for ISO files. If Windows was installed in the other way, then this portion will be totally disabled. Okay? And let's talk about another interesting and important fact. Your File Explorer, right? Click this PC and go to Manage. And after Manage, come here to Disk Management, and that MBR versus GPT brings us to another question. If you have your Windows installed in MBR mode, which is this hard drive, my Windows is also installed in MBR mode. If you go here to Properties and Volumes, you can see that is in Master Boot Record, that is MBR. That entire hard drive is in that mode. But you can still create GPT partitions which are necessary for hard drives, which are larger than 2 terabytes, which is this one. It's 3 terabytes. So if I ally on that one and Properties and Volumes, this one cannot be MBR, but instead it has to be GPT. If it would be MBR, then instead of the 3 terabytes, it should see only around 2 terabytes. So the rest of the 1 terabyte would not be visible. Okay, so MBR, where's that one? MBR is more compatible. UFI or GPT is more limiting. So if you choose MBR, you can create GPT partitions also. But if you use GPT, you cannot create MBR partitions. Formatted. And for example, EasyBCD will have limited functions. Okay, enough talking. So better use MBR and just click on Start. Your USB flash drive will be format is so back off any information that you have on it and then click on Start and that's it. The flash drive will be in Master Boot Record mode. Thanks for watching again. Bye-bye.